Have you ever walked into a room and been hit by a smell that just refuses to go away? It doesn't matter how many times you scrub, how much air freshener you spray, or how long you leave the windows open, that odor is still there, like it's become part of the walls. Well, ozone generators do exactly what no conventional cleaning product can. They don't mask the smell, they destroy it at a molecular level. And we're not talking about little decorative gadgets here, we're talking about machines that can turn an uninhabitable space into a completely neutral environment. I've rounded up the 7 best options available in Europe right now and left all the links in the video description for you. Let's get into it. The Charmafun 5267 is one of the most powerful options you're going to find. 60,000 milligrams per hour spread across 4 layers of double-sided ceramic plates. Picture this. You've just finished renovating an entire house and the smell of fresh paint, industrial adhesives, and new synthetic carpet makes it impossible to breathe inside. You run the Charmafun overnight, and by the next morning, that toxic atmosphere has completely vanished, ready to move in. What I really love about this model is the digital display with real-time temperature and humidity monitoring. This isn't just for show. Corona discharge ozone generators lose a huge amount of efficiency when humidity goes above 50%, so checking conditions before you switch it on ensures the plates work at full capacity and don't degrade prematurely. Timer up to 120 minutes and a shock-proof chassis with rounded corners. With 60,000 milligrams per hour, keep in mind that for smaller spaces like a compact car, it's more power than you need, and you'll want to ventilate thoroughly afterwards so there's no lingering residual scent. If you want something equally professional but light enough to carry from site to site, the iCare SSY02 is genuinely outstanding. 30,000 milligrams per hour packed into a full stainless steel housing that weighs just 1.8 kilograms. Think about this. Your previous tenant smoked indoors for years and the nicotine has seeped into the ceiling paint, the ventilation ducts, the curtains. Painting over it only hides the problem temporarily. With the iCare, you run a 120-minute cycle and the ozone penetrates every porous surface, breaking apart the hydrocarbon chains from the tobacco smoke until everything is completely neutral. Compared to the Charmafun, you're trading the humidity display and that raw 60,000 milligram output for incredible portability and washable metal filter plates that eliminate the recurring cost of disposable filters. It doesn't have a built-in humidity sensor, so you'll need to keep an eye on atmospheric conditions yourself, but if you need to move it between floors or toss it in your work van, this one is unbeatable. Now brace yourself because the DDHTSALSS-Y01 is in a completely different league. This bright orange generator is advertised at 120,000 milligrams per hour, though let's be upfront. That figure represents peak output, and models sharing the same chassis typically deliver around 12,000 continuously. But what truly sets this beast apart is its continuous hold mode with no time limit. While most generators max out at 2 hours, you can leave this one running for 24 or 48 hours straight. After a house fire, the structure might survive, but the smell of charred wood makes the building uninhabitable. Remediation crews place the DDHTSAL in the center and let it blast ozone nonstop for days until every smoke molecule is eliminated. Its 80-watt power supply handles these marathon sessions without overheating. Proper ventilation afterwards is essential because the chemical residual needs time to clear, but this machine isn't designed for a musty wardrobe. It's designed for real disasters. The Zilchex HDZ60G delivers the same 60,000 milligrams per hour as the Charmafun, but here's what's wild. It operates at just 45 decibels. That's quieter than a soft conversation. Pushing that volume of ozone normally requires fans that sound like an industrial vacuum, but the Zilchex uses an optimized bearing system that keeps noise to an absolute minimum. Imagine you manage a hotel and a guest has been secretly smoking in a non-smoking suite. You need that room back the same day to avoid losing revenue. You place the Zilchex inside, run an intense 60-minute cycle, and those 60,000 milligrams per hour attack the smoke embedded in curtains, carpet, and mattress. Within an hour, the room is ready to sell again. It's also brilliant for commercial buildings where you're treating a sealed wing while the rest of the building carries on as normal without anyone noticing the noise. It features a temperature and humidity display just like the Charmafun, so you're never operating blind. A few users have mentioned finding a slightly loose internal power lead upon unboxing, nothing serious at all, but worth a quick check when it arrives. Right, if your daily routine involves a body shop or a used car dealership, the Gevorks JHQ6531 is going to be your best mate. 32,000 milligrams per hour with purely analog controls. One dial you twist to 60 minutes and off it goes. That's precisely what makes it so reliable long-term. Ozone degrades LCD screens and delicate electronic solder joints over time, so a purely mechanical device in an environment where the ozone itself constantly washes over it is smart engineering, not a limitation. You place this machine on the center console of a car that's had years of cigarette smoke and fast food, roll up the windows, give it 60 minutes, and when you open the door, it smells brand new. It honestly cracks me up because it's the most brutally simple appliance in the world, but it runs like clockwork. For longer treatments, you'll need to restart it manually, but in a workshop with rapid vehicle turnover, that's no issue at all. Now for a complete change of pace, because the Grid & Lux Action 1300 has absolutely nothing in common with anything above. 14 watts of power consumption and an output from 15 to 400 milligrams per hour. This is a lifestyle appliance for everyday home use, and its real trick is that it ozonates both air and water. It comes with silicone tubing and diffuser stones you submerge in a bowl of water for 5 to 10 minutes to create ozonated water, a phenomenal natural disinfectant for washing fruits, vegetables, and raw meats without leaving any chemical residue or altering the taste. Pour that water into a spray bottle and you've got a chemical-free surface cleaner for the entire house. I think it's remarkable that with just 14 watts you can replace a whole shelf of harsh cleaning products. Remote control and digital display included. For serious mold or tobacco problems, it simply doesn't have the output, but it's designed for something entirely different. Perfect for families with small children or pets who want a spotless kitchen without reaching for the bleach. And we close with the Magic Select, which for me is a real hidden gem. 5,000 milligrams per hour from a single high-quality ceramic plate in a compact, practically indestructible stainless steel chassis. It might sound modest next to the 60,000 milligram Titans, but here's the key. 5,000 milligrams per hour is exactly the optimal output for a car interior. You don't overdo it, you don't damage dashboard plastics or window rubber seals, and you completely destroy every odor in about 45 minutes. It's the scalpel versus the sledgehammer. Compared to the Gevorks, which blasts through odors at high speed with its 32,000 but demands more caution around interior materials, the Magic Select gives you total peace of mind. 120-minute timer with a continuous hold mode for slightly larger spaces, and a visible purple glow from the ionization plate during operation that visually confirms it's working. Users report it runs for thousands of hours with nothing more than an occasional dust of the fan. So, which one is right for you? If you're a professional dealing with fire remediation, flood damage, or extreme cleanouts, the DDH-TSAL with its continuous mode or the Charmafun with its 4 ceramic layers and humidity sensors are your picks. If you manage rental properties and need portability, the iCare is your best bet. For large commercial spaces where noise matters, the Zilchex at 45 decibels is untouchable. If you work in car detailing and need fast turnover with zero fuss, the analog Gevorks is pure reliability. For daily chemical-free sanitization at home, the Grid & Lux stands alone. And for the perfect balance in cars or bedrooms without any risk of material damage, the Magic Select is the smart choice. All the links are in the description. If this was helpful, subscribe and let me know your experience in the comments. See you in the next one.